What's up, guys? Victor here. Welcome to part 2 of the mid-April Ascension Energy Forecast. This part 2, again, is going to be about helping you, giving you practical tips. In fact, I have 3 pieces of advice for helping you navigate these wavy, rocky waters that we're going through right now. And really, these 3 tips I'm going to give you are basically fundamental to the whole essential awakening process, but they're becoming it'll be more of a noticeable asset if you actually apply these, because this is how it's done. These will work for you, I promise you, and you will get good. We're being asked now to get good at the awakening process. There is not very much room for being sloppy. Okay, we want to awaken quickly. Well, that by definition, if we want to awaken quickly and we want to have this acceleration, then we have a lot of shit to deal with. And we have to become better, more slick at navigating these dynamic energies that require oftentimes very subtle changes with profound effects and implications. Okay, so I'm going to give you some advanced lessons here. They're going to sound simple, but when you truly start to incorporate them into your thought process and actually apply them, you will see how profoundly helpful they are. So number 1, right now we're experiencing, a lot of you might be having like negative synchronicities, scarier synchronicities that are kind of like coming up as a warning or like a symbol of a deep thing that you don't want to look at. It might not be a warning of something bad going to happen, but it's like something that's pointing to like something deep. Oftentimes maybe you were you were overweight and you got made fun of, and it might be something reflecting the absolute core of that. You know, it could be a million different things, really, but it's something. You might be getting synchronicities that are very scary and deep. But the advice is simply don't be afraid of them. Don't worry that they're true, because when you get a synchronicity or something happening in your life, really, when you get those life triggers, many of you might not be getting so many synchronicities. You might be getting these life triggers where you're just triggered with that incredible like anxiety and that like paralyzing fear or whatever it may be for you. And the real scary part is thinking that it's real, like there is actually something to really be concerned with. But that's what the illusion is, and that's what this orchestration is about. It's going to show you how that all really is just an illusion and smoke and mirrors. But initially it comes on hard, it comes on out of left field, it comes on strong, and you're caught off guard by it, and it can fluster you. But if you know, oh wow, shit, I was just flustered. If you just know that, wow, in a very short while I'm going to understand why that happened, and I'm going to have a certain level of clarity and the ability to let go so that doesn't have to happen again. That's the difference. You guys are awakening and you're conscious now, and you get to take advantage of these experiences so you don't have to go through them ever again. So that's it. Just initially expect to be caught off guard at times in whatever way that resonates with you. And even though you get emotionally charged and you feel these feelings and emotions, it's okay. The illusion is that there's really something crazy and wrong or whatever. So just know that that's not the case. Know that you're experiencing it that way so you can actually learn from it this time, instead of have such a horrible manifestation come as a result of ignoring these circumstances that we're talking about. You're becoming more sensitive to them. So whether someone might, say that they don't like your shirt and you experience incredible anxiety, oh, it's just a shirt. But in the past, those things would happen, but we are just unconscious and they just glossed over us, and we'd have to have like maybe someone spilling hot coffee on our shirt to really, maybe a stupid analogy, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. These things are being experienced so intensely because we're so sensitive, but that's the blessing, because then we don't have to deal with the actual aftermath of ignoring these things. Number 2 is because there is such dynamic energies right now, and there's so much going on in the collective and within yourself and your life and your consciousness, don't just make these crazy big life decisions, because we're not in a place of clarity right now. You very well may be, and if your gut's telling you to go forth in something, you go for it. But I'm just speaking generally to people. It seems very like all over the fucking place right now. It really does, and it just seems like it's not the time you know, the way you can understand the best time to make a real decision is when it is just pure excitement and pure joy, and your heart is just like fluttering with that high vibrational like resonance and love, and that's when you know. And you might be getting little glimpses of that as you let go of certain things, but wait for that to really take hold before you make a major life decision. And that's just my recommendation. Some of you guys hearing this might have to make a major life decision right in this moment, but that's okay. I'm just saying generally. Allow things to play out. Allow the clarity to come. A lot of times we realize something, and then from like a newfound little mini realization, we just want to jet forth in the opposite direction or something. And that's not the answer, okay? This is a very subtle dance we're playing out here. This is not the time for like, you know, big, wild decisions and stuff like that. A lot of times it's just you got to like do something slightly different. But you might get that message to do something slightly different in some kind of weird, big way that makes it seem like, well, this whole thing is bad. I got to go over here now. But it might just be this whole thing is perfect. However, there's some little minor tweak that needs to occur. So just wait for clarity, okay? We are always given bouts of clarity. Right now, we're in a contractile period where we're just confronting all of our crap. But eventually, as we're going to come out of that, and we're going to have, you know, days, weeks where we're feeling renewed and revitalized and clear, and that's when you start going forth and setting your intentions and making bigger decisions comfortably. Number 3, and this is possibly the hardest one to do for a human being, is don't have any expectations on anything. Many times our higher self gives us very clear guidance, and it's experienced as very joyful, and we're excited about it, and it seems very like logical, and yes, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, this is who I want to be, this is who I want to be with, and it's so clear to me, it's so awesome, and must be it. And so we go that way, and oftentimes, and it's not a trap per se, but it's leading us to a self-discovery. And that particular object or person or whatever, that place we want to go, may not really be of much relevance to us in the grand scheme of things. But it's sometimes hard to let that go. We get excited about going in a particular direction, and it feels really good. And you're happy about it, and things are going well, and then it starts to kind of like slow down, and things kind of happen, and you hit this massive wall, and then you realize that this isn't it. But it's hard for us to accept that. But if the sooner we can just accept that, then we can like get excited in our new path. But many times again, there's this like residual holding on to, no, this has to be it. I know, so I was so clear, I wanted this. This is what I want to be, what I want to do. And I'm not letting this go. Then you're letting go into the abyss again, letting go into the complete unknown, and it's like starting over again. But that's how the shit works, man. You know, if we weren't so riddled with egoic karmic crap, we could just go in a straight line to our final destination. But you know what? The Earth experience is about self-discovery. It's about learning about ourselves. It's about the process in it of itself. So the more you can just relax and come to almost appreciate the bland, slow-moving, earthly experience where things do take some time, where mistakes are made, and realizations occur, and then you change your life direction. If you can just kind of like get excited about that on another, just become like okay with that, then you can really enjoy this earth ride. You might not be in such a hurry to awaken and to like get the fuck out of here. You know, we're here, we chose to come here, we chose to experience the earthly experience. Okay, so I invite you guys to embrace your human nature. Many of us like to fantasize, well, I'm really an extraterrestrial, I was an angel, another, you know. So what? You're a human being now. You're on Earth now. You have a physical body that you're stuck in right now. So get over it. Enjoy it. It's another thing, so many people try to like deny their earthly urges, their human urges, like for pleasure, like for sex, like for alcohol, like for fun, enjoyable foods, like for like heavy, crazy music. Whatever your thing may be that you might decide is unspiritual, I assure you it's just as spiritual as anything else. And what's not spiritual is ignoring your authentic humanness and this present reality you find yourself in. It might be a shame to get out of this lifetime, you know, to die 80 years from now, however old we are, and to think, oh wow, I just sat and I meditated all day, and I ate really super healthy, and I like stayed away from negative things, and I just sat in my room all in this little box all day until I died. It's like, no. The soul's up there probably like, dude, what's fucking, you get to eat pizza? You get to drink beer? You get to go to the movies? You get to experience this mass awakening that's crazy? Enjoy it, man. Dig into the earthly experience, because it's a fucking wild ride, and you can have a lot of fun here, okay? Just lighten up on yourself, lighten up on your expectations. Don't be in such a hurry. Really try to make it a point to enjoy the journey.